So, love this race, the Silver Goblets and Nickalls Challenge Cup, and it's the men's open pairs at Henley Regatta. And on the right, you have the men from Yale University, Hamilton and Williamson. We'll say a bit more about them down the course. On the left, it's Henley Royal Regatta, the Netherlands, Oyen and Steenman, two experienced Dutch internationals.
The Dutch were really quick on their blade work getting off the blocks there, and it looks like they actually, by just being so slick on those first few strokes, just sort of took maybe a canvas to sort of quarter a length off the blocks there, which is a really nice thing to do early on, isn't it? Just give yourself a bit of breathing space, and it looks like they've done that, and coming out at the end of the island, got a sort of a healthy lead in a small boat over this crew from Yale that's closer to our shot with their white and blue blades and the big Ys on their blue race suits. Yeah,
well, that was off the start. Still pretty close now. Mitchell Steenman and his partner Michael Oyen. Michael Oyen is an under-23 world champion from that the Dutch 8 that won it back in Plovdiv in 2017, and he's rowing in the Dutch 4 this year. They finished 12th at the European Championships, and I suspect they're going to find it tough to make the Dutch team for the World Championships this year. But Mitchell Steenman, well, he's a two-time Goblets winner. He won it with Julien Bahain, multinational crew. Julien Bahain, the French man who married Steenman's sister Katie, who takes a lot of rowing photographs. And then, of course, Steenman won with Roel Braas in 2016. And Roel Braas, his crewmate in the London 8 of 2012, the big Dutchman. So Steenman's won this event twice.
And if he wins it with Michael Oyen, then maybe they should even think about renaming this event the Silver Goblets and Nickalls Challenge Cup potentially. But obviously not there just yet.
No, I love this race actually, because these two Kiwis from Yale, Fergus Hamilton was gold medalist in the junior men's double in 2017. He rode 5, that's the bowman on the left of your picture without the white hat. He rode 5 in Yale's second varsity. But Dan Williamson stroked that 1v8, that amazing 1v8 in Yale. They were pretty unbeaten, weren't they, through the season, won the IRAs. So, you know, there's incredible pedigree in that Yale crew, and
they're racing really well here, aren't they? They're not making it easy for that Dutch boat. They're sort of lurking around on their tail, which is always a sort of frightening place for a crew to be, because you never know what they're going to do. You know,
what do you reckon to the steering there? Because I'm not sure the umpires warned them, but he's sending down a few puddles.
They are, aren't they?
Is, you know, which is clever steering. Michael Oyen, the 24-year-old in the bows here, his puddles are just edging past there. We see the Yale boat, Fergus Hamilton, on the right of your picture, the youngster who won that junior men's double, and Dan Williamson, who was the stroke of that awesome Yale 1B crew.
It's a really good race to see in the pairs. I mean, they're sort of, yeah, as you said, they're using the steering to the outer limit of where they can go on the course, just to try and sneak out of shot, and if you can, put a little bit of wake down onto the strokeman's blades in that Yale crew. But yeah, both crews racing this fully. Not much in it, about a length as we look back on that 3/4 mile marker, and the one just sitting that length of mark ahead of the two on the marker board there.
A bit more space in between the two crews now, and Yale still very much in this race. Yale, the crew on the left, the Henley Row Club from the Netherlands on the right of your picture. We're looking at the back of the 24-year-old Mike Owen, in that tremendously fast 8. Dutch are very, very good at getting people to jump out of big boats and go well in small boats. I think the Dutch will come under pressure in the last stage of this race. Mitchell Steenman has been rowing very well, but these two Yale boys, they've got to have something. Coached, of course, by Steve Gladstone, the legendary American coach of the Yale program, the Bulldogs. And these two Kiwis have come over into the Yale program, and well, they are going to have something to say, I think, in the last stages of this race. So what's the lead? About a length? What do you reckon? Do you think Yale can come back from that? Do they look smooth enough?
Small boats, anything can happen. Actually, we've seen in pairs many a time, or singles, you can sort of go from a bit of a clear water down to turning it around quite quickly. So yeah, don't leave anything to chance if you're in the Dutch boat there.
About 250 metres to go in this race. There's the back of Fergus Hamilton, the man from the Yale 2v8, the 5-man, so he's got some power, and his stroke man, Daniel Williamson, has really got some incredible power and pace. So the Yale men just a little bit further down. They've got 1 length. Mitchell Steenman and Michael Oyen have got about another 20 strokes to the line. It looks like it's going to be the Dutch, but they've had to race all the way down.
They have. It has been a very close race, and just coming into the line, that's been a great race from the air, and they're drawing up close actually, and it looks like there's a bit of overlap here between the two boats, and the oars are pretty close between bow and stroke side.
So they cross the line, and it's the Dutch crew just leading, and it was only about half a length. We did see that finish surge from the Yale men, and the Dutch had to scramble over the line. Mitchell Steenman there on the left of your picture looks exhausted, as does his partner Michael Oyen. We're going to say, and there's confirmation of that result. Oyen and Steenman beat Hamilton and Williamson.